Like I wake up thinking every day, right on, you know, what do I get to do today? I get to paint. I get to mix colors. I get to get dirty, you know? Like this is what I wear every day, and it's never boring. And there was a fellow I used to paint for every year, and he could never remember my name. And I heard from one of the staff members that every year he would say, phone that painter girl, phone her, get her in here and do the windows. And it stuck. So yeah, painter girl it was. It's probably my worst fear is spilling paint.
And why is that?
Because it's making a mess. I try not to make a mess. You know, when you spend as much time as I do trying to make things beautiful and then you're spilling paint all over the place, yeah, that's not good. The reason I start with black is because if I start with black, I've already got half the work done. For example, if I'm doing greenery, you know, I always start with the black first, and then I layer my darkest color to my lightest color to my highlights, and then I'm done. It's essentially layering upon layering upon layering of paints. And then I always use chalk. Chalk is amazing to work with because if it doesn't work, you wipe it off. So I do up my sketching, start with my darkest colors, really work with my textures, then wait for that to dry, and then wash the chalk off. The reason that I don't finish a mural all in one day is because paint needs to dry. Paint tends to get really, really gummy if you try to move it right away before it's had time to cure. If it doesn't have time to cure, I can't draw on it after it's been painted. It needs to have that time to set. And then once that chalk is dried and taken off, you're left with all of your line work. So your shadows are already in there, your line work's already in there, and you don't have to mess with it. You start messing around with line work and then you run the risk of things looking cartoony, and you don't want to do that. I just like what I do. You get to go to work every day and, you know, paint graffiti and you get paid for it. Like, why wouldn't you like doing that? The reason I don't paint the same thing in 2 different houses or more than 2 different houses is because it goes against everything I stand for. Like, they're paying for artwork. You know, why would I want to paint the same things in 2 different houses? There's no point to it. You know, if I wanted to paint the same things all the time, I wouldn't love my job as much as I do. You know, I love what I do, and I'm very passionate about it. Very, very passionate about doing original artwork for different individuals and finding that new challenge every day and just seeing what else I can bring out of my head, you know, to the table.